I'm ready. You're ready? We're all ready? All right, everybody, welcome to class. My name is Nick Rouse. Been teaching this class now for 20 years I've been teaching this class. It gets better every time. Thank you for logging into your computers this morning. Class 22241, obviously you're in the right place, otherwise you would have done what that other person did and you would have got up and went to the class you're supposed to be at, so thank you very much for being here. I usually always like to start off with a little bit about who I am. I'm going to spend most of the time talking about who you are. Come on in. There you are. Anywhere where you can find a seat would be great. And you just got to move the mouse to turn the computer on. And then it's MEID and password. And if you need help, the person next to you is really good at that. Okay, so a little bit about me. 20 years as faculty for Phoenix College now. This is my 20th year. I also put in the successful proposal for this building, for this building's creation, and for everything that you see in here. Yes, we will be touring the building at some point during our class this semester. Yes, you can see everything else that we have in the building. We will be doing that. Phoenix native, married, 3 children, 1 with Down syndrome, 1 with autism. I got a lot of patience for a lot of things. So your questions, yes, I can field your questions for the most part. Any of our lab work that we do in this class, I am a Microsoft certified trainer. So I know the answers to absolutely every single question you're gonna have on every single lab assignment in this class. I know it, I hate to say I know it all there, but I really do know it all there. So I don't know everything. So you will notice that our lab sessions are probably gonna run longer than our lecture sessions. I hope you will notice that. I don't really have a whole lot more to say about myself. I've trained several Fortune 500 companies on how to use all the programs you will use in this class, or all the applications you'll use in this class. I do have a bachelor's in management, master's in education. I'm presently in our Bachelor of Applied Science in Public Safety Administration here at PC. Yes, I'm a full-time student and a full-time instructor. And I do have 2 kids in the system taking classes as well. So, yes, I'm a lot older than you're probably gonna even know. But when you see me bounce around the room, you're gonna be like, there's no way he's that old. Yes, it's okay. I bounce around a lot. But anyway, that's it about me. Done talking about me. I was also responsible for getting us a $2.4 million National Science Foundation grant. I have a lot of students asking about this program. So here's the thing. If you're interested at all in getting a paid experience in the field of information technology, please take down Marcus Garcia's email address and name, please. He also has an office downstairs. He's usually in on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So hopefully he'll be in before we get out of class, just to let you know. But if you need Marcus's information or you need it from me at any time, just please let me know. He's got business cards, he's got other things that you can go pick up. But this is our last year of the program, so it ends spring of 2025. We also have a Bachelor of Applied Science in Information Technology. Our director for that is Brad Olson. So if you need his information, his office is literally right there. You can see it from this room, it's right there. So yeah, that's Brad's office. So usually Brad's in. So if you're interested in that program and you have questions about it, please refer your questions to Brad Olson. Again, I was a big part of creating that, and still am. Okay, enough about me, enough about that. Okay, now here's where we spend all of our time. I have all of you right here in front of me, right here. So I do my best every semester to learn names and faces, so I don't forget who you are. So if I see you, I can call you by name, which would be great. And this is where we're going to spend most of today's class. So, the only questions I ask of you, and I'm probably going to mute the stream. Hey, if you're watching the stream, I'm muting this. is, don't worry. Okay, if you're watching this video, we're all done with the introductions. I didn't want people's personal information out there, so that's why we muted it. You're like, wow, okay, he does that. Yes, I do that. Of course, it would help if I actually did this. There we go, that's better. All right, let's get into some more information. So today, as you see in your class schedule that I handed each and every one of you, we're doing class introductions, which we just did. And for the rest of the time, we're going to go over the syllabus and the schedule. Don't worry, I mean, it's not going to be too bad, I promise. And then we're going to take a look at Canvas. Now, SimNet is your lab portion of this class, and we're going to focus on that all day on Thursday. So all we're doing Thursday is going over that and going over what to do versus not what to do. I am famous for telling people what to do. I'm also famous for telling people what you don't get any points for. If there's something that's worth no points in this class, what do you think you do? You do it?
No.
If there's no value, do you do it? No, you don't do it. Good morning. Oh, and who are you? Okay, nice to meet you. Have a seat anywhere you can. Anywhere where there's a seat, I appreciate it. Okay. So that's essentially what we're going to do for the rest of today. This week, we're not really doing any real work, which I like in a 16-week class, because then you get to see everything up front. Then you know exactly what you have to do the rest of the time. I'm going to go over all that today. I'm going to be crystal clear on what we're doing in this class. So, the syllabus. If you don't know where the syllabus is, oh, am I really going to show? Hold on. Okay. People at home, I'm just changing the screen for a minute. We're not actually ending the session. No, do not look at my emails. Okay, so if you've all logged into your computers, this is what you do first. You can always click Canvas up here at the top of the screen. You can always click Canvas up at the top of the screen.
I'm just having trouble over there. Someone was also swearing using the right. No problem.
I'm going to say you have to. You couldn't have logged into the computer without that.
Just tell it. I'm just using the same one. It's okay.
You
might call out to you if you try to leave anyway.
Is there a space there? No? Okay. Go really slow. If we're, oh, well, then here, can I have your schedule back? Thank you.
Where's CIS105?
Right there. There is a forgotten password link underneath it. But I would just go slow, because you had to have done it right, otherwise you couldn't get in. All right, so while that's happening, okay, here we go. So here's our class, CIS105, 24241, here it is. So everything is pretty much here. I'm gonna just talk about a few things. I did put out an announcement already. I did send you 2 messages to your Canvas inbox. Your inbox is over on the left-hand side of the screen, if you don't know where that's at. I'm going to go to the syllabus, because that's what I'm going to start off with. So I handed each and every one of you the schedule, which is the last page of the syllabus. I did not print out the other 10 billion pages I would, oh shoot. Nick, change it back. Okay. I'm not changing, okay, there we go, that's better. It's the first day, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the syllabus. The syllabus is long, it's in PDF format, and you can find it right here. And this is what I'm going to go over right now. Okay. All right. So here we go. I said I promised it wasn't going to be that bad. It's not going to be that bad. Okay. So here we go. You already know where you are. 10 to 11:15 a.m., room 217. There's my contact information. So usually when I get a voicemail, it goes to my email. The best way to get a hold of me is Canvas. So let's say, here's the one thing I don't want you to do. Please don't fall off the face of the planet. And what I mean by that is, don't miss 4 weeks and make me wonder where you are. At least tell me what's going on, if you would, please. Please do me that favor. No, I do not take attendance. That is one thing that I do not do. You're adults, so you're either going to show up or you're not. So that's your choice, not mine. But my name's easy. It's Nick. It's not doctor. It's not anything else. It's not hard to pronounce. Anyway, I do have office hours. I'm usually here pretty early in the morning, so I'm usually here well before 8:30, but Monday, Wednesday, 8:30 to 10, Tuesday, Thursday, 8:30 to 9:30. I haven't had a student in this class need me for any office hour in the last 5, 6 years, maybe longer. So I'm not expecting anybody in here to use those times, but if you need me for any reason, please reach out to me, or at least tell me you're gonna show up or something, like, just so it's not out of the blue. Just tell me you're gonna be there. Or I'm usually here pretty early and this building's open pretty early. So if you have some kind of need to use a computer way before our class starts, I'm just gonna open this thing up and you can come in here well before the 10 o'clock start time if you feel like it. All right, other support hours, I usually offer extra support hours 10 to 11:30 a.m. on Monday and Wednesday. Again, most people don't need it. I'm usually very, very, very responsive to messages. So if you do message me through the Canvas inbox, I get it on my phone. If I'm out and about and I see it, I want to respond, I'm going to respond immediately to your question. So hopefully today you're going to learn everything that you need for this class. You're going to see all of it today. So hopefully I'll answer absolutely every question today. Oh, really quick, bathrooms. Women's and men's bathrooms, you have to go around the staircase. They're on that side of this floor, on each side. If you need a water fountain is around the corner on this side as well. So that's where those are. If you did not get a parking sticker or decal, they handle that downstairs at the security desks. You are welcome to take care of it there. You do not have to go to the main campus to get that taken care of. You can do it here if you need. Just letting you know that. Okay, and thank you all for maneuvering around the construction trucks that I had no clue were coming in here. As department chair, I didn't want any of that to actually happen, but now that I'm not, it's happening. Okay, so if you have construction trucks that you've got to maneuver around, I do too. When I come in early in the morning, you just got to work with it. All right, anyhow, moving on. Oh yes, and we also have snack machines down on this side. Drinks, snack machines are all down on this side of the building. All right, so here we go. Gave you that information, let's move on. So course information, yes, I have to read this. So overview of computer technology, concepts, terminology, and the role of computers in business and society. Discussion of social and ethical issues related to computers. Use of word processing, spreadsheet, database, and presentation software. Includes uses of application software and the internet for efficient and effective problem solving. And exploration of relevant emerging technologies and no prerequisites. So there are 13 course competencies in this class, which we will go over as the semester goes on. The first of these is to identify common hardware components of computer systems and describe their uses, identify different types of software and their uses, describe common uses of networks, describe website technology, use the internet to communicate, collaborate, and retrieve information, explore systems, security, and privacy issues. And yes, we are going to be creating macros in this class. That is one of the Excel projects. So create macros and understand the basics of Visual Basic for applications. Yes, we will be using VBA to go and edit macros in Excel. And if you don't know what those are, you're going to learn about them. Just give it time. Describe the steps in planning and implementing technology solutions. Determine when technology is useful. And select the appropriate tools and technology resources to address a variety of tasks and problems. Identify terminology and the uses of technology in business and society, including limitations. We're also going to identify positive social and ethical behaviors when using technology and the consequences of misuse. The last two describe how technology is used in the departments of a business and in various career paths. And we're definitely going to be using word processing, spreadsheet, database, and presentation software. Okay, anybody actually buy the books? Anybody? Please tell me somebody did. I just want one person. I don't carry them on purpose. Oh, did you bring it?
Yeah.
Can I see it, please?
It's huge.
I know. That's what I want to talk about.
And there's no like.
You're like he's going to tell me not to bring any of it, isn't he? You know that's what I'm going to say. Thank you. Appreciate that, Trey. All right. So, everybody, this is the bookstore bundle. There's only one thing I care about in this entire thing, and that's this card with the code on it. Because you can so we're going to be talking about this on Thursday. So you can you can scratch off the code and enter it. You can do it anytime because you bought the materials. I'll show you where to go to do that, if you want to do it now instead of Thursday. But we're going to go over that Thursday. This massive in-practice book is already outdated. So, it's already outdated. I hate to tell you this. But it makes a nice doorstop. I use it for doorstops. It's actually quite nice, or like a big coaster, right? It's really nice. So do I want you to bring that to class? No. Now, the smaller book probably does have some use. That's our lecture book. That's our Computing Essentials book. The little tiny book that you can see right here. That's what I'm going to be lecturing out of for our 13 chapter lectures for the class. You should probably bring that one if you want to. It's probably not a bad idea. But, so you didn't completely waste your money, because it's all digital too. So you get the card with, if you buy it at the bookstore, you get the card. There's a code on the other side, you scratch it off, you put the code in, then you get it all electronic. Okay, it's not too bad of a reference, I'll be honest. But this is the bundle from the bookstore. Now you heard what I just said. You can also get it electronically. Thank you, Trey. You can also get it electronically. I can show you how to do, I'll be showing you how to do that between today and Thursday. I'll show you where to go for that. Now, I don't know if it's a 2-week trial now. It used to be 3 when I was running the show, but now that I'm not running the show, I don't know if it's 2 now. So when you log in, because I'm gonna make you all log in Thursday, whether you buy the books or not, you're all logging in on Thursday, and we're gonna get this started. So I hope it's still 21 days. That means you don't have to do anything for 21 days. You can do your work, everything's fine. I'll show you how to buy it electronically. There's not too much of it, maybe there's like a $40 difference, I think, between the electronic and the physical books. Not to tell you to return it, Trey, but I mean, I'm just saying, it's probably about a $40 difference between the two. Because remember, I'm not allowed to tell you, don't get it from the bookstore. Oh, was that recorded? Shoot. Well, somebody will get me for that one. That's okay. All right, so anyway, those are the books. No, you cannot buy it used. I've had people try to go through Amazon and do all this. No, you're not, you're gonna lose money. So please don't do that, okay? So it's either bookstore or you buy it through Canvas. No, I do not make any proceeds off of any of this. Oh, that's right. We're not going there yet. I'm not there yet. I'm back at the syllabus. All right. So that's our required texts for the class. You just saw them. The Computing Essentials 2023. Now some of you might log in. Hey there, 105? If it's 215, you got to cut through there.
Okay.
If you're in CIS 215, but go behind here because the camera's over there.
Okay.
Well, this is the camera. They won't see it, I promise. Okay. So, Computing Essentials 2023 is our text. If you see any references whatsoever to 2019 or 2021, it hasn't changed a whole lot, folks. So don't worry if you see one of those, me making one of those references, or if you watch the lecture videos that I have recorded in Canvas and put into every single module. Don't worry if it says Computing Essentials 2019. The chapters have not changed. They have not changed in the last 2 editions. And I do find stuff as well that I add to the class that the book doesn't have, so yes, so there you go.
Sorry, it is your class.
Oh, you are in here. Okay, well, here you are. And I hope, is there 1 seat left, 2 seats left? Log in to the computer, you just move the mouse, MEID and password. No at maricopa.edu on your MEID. All right, so anyway, moving on. Also, as students, and I did verify this with IT, you can still get Microsoft Office for free of charge. The instructions are right there in your syllabus. Yes, you can still install it on up to 5 machines. I've tried 6. It failed. It asked me to uninstall it off one of my other 5, because I had to try that. What is it? My wife signs up for non-credit classes just to get the software. Isn't that awesome? Non-credit, just takes 1 non-credit class, pays the $5 fee, and then just like drops the class later in the semester and gets and she goes, I'm just doing this with software. I'm like, okay, okay. I don't have anything against that. So yes, so after you leave here, if you want to keep using the software for free, that's how you pretty much do it. All right, there you go. Okay, so moving on. Oh, Mac people, I have to talk about my Mac people. So, if you try to install Microsoft Office for free, you're not going to get Microsoft Access. You will get Word, you will get PowerPoint, you'll get Excel, but you will not get Access. My Windows users, you will get all 4 programs or applications and more. Okay, so my Mac people, and my Mac people too, do not use Safari for this class. Use Firefox, use Chrome, use something else. Okay, so you can still do your work, it's just, you know, you just gotta do that. Okay, moving on. Canvas lies to you about your grades, and I need to be the first person to tell you this out of all your instructors, because I know I am. I know I'm the first one that's saying this. Canvas, the system, lies about your grade all the time. It'll give you a percentage and say, hey, you got 100%. Well, but you only earned X number of points, and you really have an F. So, what I've done is I've based this whole class off of points. It's points, points, points. When you reach 1,260 points, guess what you get to do? You get to be done, because you got an A. So the A is 1260, the B is 1120, the C is 980. If you get a D or an F, you have to retake the course. Yes, that is a policy, that is a Maricopa policy now, you have to retake the course. So your minimum number of points, your goal is 980. It is not hard to attain. If you show up to class every week, you will easily earn that, if not a lot more. So forget that B talk back there. It's an A. You're going for the A. So you will notice, here's the point breakdown. I'm going to go back to the presentation to show you the point breakdown. Here it is. So your lab work is 53% of the grade in this class. But I have good news for you. You're going to earn a lot of those points on Thursdays just by being here and doing the work. Because guess who's going to lead you every Thursday? So you're going to get to see every single step, every single thing that you have to do. Most people get the A in this class as long as they show up. That's all I ask you to do. Your exams, there's going to be 4 exams out of the Computing Essentials 2023 book. Yes, there's no exams on the lab work, none. It's only on the Computing Essentials, that little tiny book that you saw. So, you take 4 exams, you drop your lowest score. That means that only 3 of them are going to count. And there's 300 points right there. It's then that piece of the pie right over there, the yellow piece in the bottom left corner. The final exam cannot be dropped. But, I know you're going to ask this, but can I earn 1,260 points before I get to the final? And the answer is yes. Yes, I offer a lot of extra credit in this class. I mean a lot. So, if you do all that, and you're already at 1,260, I'm going to wish you a fantastic holiday season and say you don't have to come to class anymore. I'm sure somebody's listening to this. Okay, so I'm sure they don't like that either. I've been doing this 20 years. So, moving on. There's also an individual research project, so I will assign each and every one of you a historical computer. There will be requirements that you will have to do, but I'll be bluntly honest with you. My students have said that's one of the easiest assignments they've ever had in their life. It should take you about 5 minutes to complete if you know how to copy and paste. Because the number one thing I want you to learn how to do in this class is copy and paste. That's right. You are going to be pros at copying and pasting by the time you're done here. I'm going to make you pretty much copy and paste everywhere that we can. You know I don't like to type, right? You can tell I've done this for like 30 years plus, right? I don't have any problems. It's because I'm a good copier and paster. I'm going to teach you all how to do that too. You're like, oh, we're going to, okay, all right. I like where this is going. So that's 79 points. That's the little piece that's 79 points. Quizzes. The quizzes are going to be, shoot, I should probably mute this part. I don't want anybody at home hearing this. All right, so yes, the quizzes are worth 10 points apiece, 13 quizzes, and that's 130 points, which you should earn if you show up. But that's the point breakdown, everybody. Those are the 5 components. Lecture person, so I am not going to stand up here. I'm only going to stand up here a couple times over the course of the semester, and that's it. All right, So here's what you are responsible for. I just said the one thing in the classroom. That was the second thing I was talking about. That's up there. Excuse me, the first thing that's up there. Computing Essentials 2023 chapter content on Tuesdays. And the little thing I told you all that we do after the lecture. That's what that is. That's what that first bullet point is under in the classroom. The second one, we do projects on Thursdays. So those points add up. Like some of those points are like big time, like 30 plus points per project, 20, 30 points a project. Some projects will only be worth like 14 points. And those will be the easy ones. Those will be the ones that we can cruise through, should be done in half the class time, which is good for some of us. Your responsibility outside the classroom, I need to be very clear about this. These are the 3 things that you are responsible for, well, technically 4. So exams. So yes, there is no time limit on my exams. All the exams are in Canvas. All the exams will be released on the dates in the schedule. I think I bolded each one of the exam, yes, each one of the exams. It is unlimited time, which means that you can answer a few questions, leave it, come back and answer some more. Do not submit the exam until you are 100% done with it, because I will not give a second chance on it. So please, please, please take your sweet time with it. I usually give 2 weeks, but I don't close anything in this class, so just don't be that person at the end that still owes me 4 exams. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. It's a pretty easy ask. The individual research project, it's mentioned in the schedule. I will send you a message, yes, in Canvas inbox. You will each get your own individual message with your own individual project. And then all you're gonna do is put it all into a Word document and upload it to Canvas. It's that hard. And yes, you can copy and paste. It's not gonna be tough, I promise. Now, we're gonna talk a lot about SimNet on Thursday. So the tutorials, there are tutorials. I'm gonna talk about what those are on Thursday. I'm gonna talk about which ones you're supposed to do and which ones you're not supposed to do. But those are the tutorials. Those should be done before we get to the project on your schedule. You should be done with that so that when we do the project, you already pretty much know what we're gonna be doing, okay? And with the tutorials, the sim books, you can try them 1,000 times if you want. And you will finish it and still get the credit for it, the full credit. So it'll be very hard not to get the credit for that. Lessons are just like the sim books. They are essentially tutorials, but please complete the sim books like for each chapter before we do the projects that are listed on your schedule. So every project is listed on your schedule, what we're gonna be doing every Thursday. But these are your responsibilities. I know somebody's gonna ask me 10 weeks from now, I was supposed to do those? I always get somebody that does that. I'm like, but I said it, what you're supposed to do, okay? So again, the projects are usually what people have a really hard time, students have had a really hard time in this class for the last 20 years of the projects. So, I do them in class. I don't know how many of my fellow 105 instructors on the main campus do this, but since I'm here, this is how I do it. Because I got tired of having people just sit there for like the whole hour and do nothing. So we're gonna do something every class. All right. So again, how do you get the A? 1,260 points. It's all based on points. Whatever Canvas says is your percentage, it's incorrect. It's going to be incorrect until the last day of this class. Then it will finally be correct. Well, unless you don't do any work, then it's probably still not going to be correct. But anyhow, it's points. It's all points. You're probably wondering, well, how do I find out where those points are? I'll show you in just a moment. So keep in mind, SimNet is 53% of the grade. If you think about your exams, like your exams including the final exam and the chapter quizzes, you're talking about 580 of those points are just off the exams and the quizzes. That's almost like halfway there. It gets you almost halfway there. So the projects are a massive amount of points as well. In the syllabus, I've listed all those point values out for absolutely everything you have to do with SimNet. No, I'm not going to talk about all those. It's just in your syllabus. We'll get back to the syllabus in just a moment. But anyway, we'll get to Canvas in just a minute. I'll show you how to check your grade if you don't know how to do that. If you know how to do that, great. Then I'm just rambling again. Anyway, here we go, moving on. So back to the syllabus. So there's the point breakdown that I just showed you, the class schedule. It's 2 pages, in the PDF version of the syllabus, but I handed you all the schedule, and there's only 1 page on these. I like this better. And so I had to alter the format for that, but I'm pretty good at that. All right, so anyway, you will not be emailing me anything. You will not be emailing me any assignments. The only assignment that you're going to upload to Canvas is the individual research project, and you will see the link for that, and you will click on it, and there's a little button that says upload file, and you will just simply upload the file to the assignment, and that's it. That's all you're gonna do for uploading stuff. Usually if people are just like, they have a question or something, then you can email me or you can send me a message in the inbox. That's fine. And I'm usually really responsive, like I said. Information about the college policies are here. If I change anything at all in the syllabus that like massively impacts you, I will notify you immediately and also send you the PDF version of the new syllabus. I have not had to make a change in the syllabus in years. So I am not expecting to make a change this semester, unless we go through COVID again, which that was loads of fun. I was pretty much already teaching this online when I was teaching it in person anyway, so it really didn't impact us too much, but yeah, that was kind of interesting times. Anyway, if you need the Disability Resources and Services Office, that information is there. Financial aid statement, the Title IX statement, the COVID-19 statement, we still have to put that in there. Course policies. So here's the thing. With attendance requirements, here's the deal. I know you're here. If you're going to vanish for like 4 to 6 weeks, just please let me know so I don't start going, where's... Because I do that. I worry about students like I worry about my kids. It's like, where are you? I know they're adults now and I still have to go, hey, it's 10 o'clock, you coming home anytime soon? I want to go to bed. Don't worry, Dad, I'll be back by 11:30, I promise. I'm like, great. I'm not staying up. So, yeah, then I get that weird 1 o'clock a.m. phone call. Can you come pick me up? Dude. Okay. Anyway, withdrawals. If you ever want to withdraw for absolutely any reason at any point in the semester, and that includes the last week of the class, because yes, for my people that actually do fail this class, I give them the option to withdraw. It's going to be hard for you to fail this class, I'm telling you. It's tough. Like, you got to do nothing. I mean, you got to do nothing for the next 16 weeks to fail this course. I'm not expecting anybody in here to fail the course. I'm expecting all of you to easily pass this class. I'm just saying. Student conduct, I've never had an issue with it, but there it is. Etiquette, you're all doing great. None of you are disruptive, so I don't think we're going to have a problem with that. Here's my favorite part. Okay, there's only one way you can commit academic misconduct in this course. Some of you were like, well, he already told us about the exams and the quizzes and the lab work, so how can you cheat in this class? And how can I catch you? Would you like to know? I can tell you. So let's say you have a friend taking this same class, and you want their file to use for one of your projects. Well, guess what? If you upload it, not only do I know who you got it from, I know what class they're in, I know all this stuff. It's great being an administrator. So I get a notification, and then I just sit there and I smile at my computer when I see it. Then we get to have a nice chat. Because that's literally the only way you can cheat in this class. Nobody has done it now in the last 3 years. Not one person that I've taught has done that. So your goal is to not be my first story about that, or my next one. No, I will not use your name. It will always be a student. Because yes, I do not violate FERPA. So I will be really, really good with that. Anyway, that's my public service announcement on academic misconduct. I get to do all kinds of stuff you can see here. Don't worry, we'll be nice. All right, nobody's ever had to file an instructional grievance thing against me, but if you do have like a big time problem, just let me know, please. Please, please, please. Okay, moving on. If I want to file a care early alert on you for whatever reason, like if you're massively disruptive, which I don't think we're going to have an issue here, I have the ability to do that. Bless you. I've only had to file that once, and it wasn't even for one of my students. Somebody ran over to me and said, "Can you file that for me?" And I'm like, "Okay." Then, of course, the student came in and got mad about talking to me about their instructor filing it. I'm like, "Oh, they didn't even know I filed it. That's great." Okay, moving on. We've got the General Education Assessment Statement, Learning College Statement. Oh, here's the big disclaimer about Canvas. So when you get some time, you might want to read that. Okay, now, I told you I listed absolutely all the points that everything is worth in your lab work. Here it all is. I don't memorize this stuff, so if you're wondering what something is worth, like here's a sim book, here's a project, here's a sim book, here's a project, and yes, you'll notice there's a lesson that's worth like 1 point. But don't worry, we'll go over that on Thursday. We're going to go over all this on Thursday, but here's the point breakdown for Word, here's the point breakdown for Excel, Access, and PowerPoint, which you'll notice PowerPoint has the least number of points. And thus we do it last. Okay, now for the fun part. I'm doing this in case anybody's actually watching this. And yes, I'll talk about the live stream and I'll talk about the recorded stream in just a moment. Right after we do this, let's get the business out of the way for the day first. All right, so I'm going to try and not bore you to tears because each and every one of you has this. So today, introductions, and don't worry, we'll work on your password thing afterwards if you want. Okay, class introductions, reviewing the syllabus, which we're at the end. This is the end of the syllabus, and Canvas content, which I will show. We'll go over Canvas in just a moment. Thursday, I always do a success strategies session on SimNet because when I was at the main campus for all those years, and I saw people struggle and struggle and struggle and struggle, I always said to myself, you gotta show at least your students what to do and what not to do, because there's a lot of what not to do in SimNet. I've seen students stare at computers in the labs for like literally a whole hour and they get nothing done. So I don't want you to be one of those people, okay? I don't want you to waste your time. I'm really good with efficiency, so I will help you do that so that you know exactly what to do. And if you see somebody struggling, and you're like, well, in my class, that's not worth any points. Why are you doing it? That's always a great question to ask somebody. If you see somebody doing something they're not supposed to, and you know they're not supposed to do it, I would hope you would speak up and ask, why are you doing that? Okay, so we're going to have a whole session on that. Yes, I'm going to pick one of you. I think I know who I'm going to pick already because they already got the books, so I think I should probably pick that person to sit up here in the big chair. You get to sit in the big chair on Thursday. I got you. Okay, so anyway, and usually we're done with that session within about an hour, so you can, yeah. And we'll hide your password and all that, and we'll take care of all that. But anyway, we're going to do that all on Thursday, so don't worry about SimNet at all until Thursday, and we'll go over it together. All right, here we go. I'm just going to talk about the pattern that you're going to see starting with week 2. So you'll notice that lecture on Tuesday, lab on Thursday. Lecture on Tuesday, lab on Thursday through weeks 3 and 4. Then we get to week 5. So you'll notice that the first exam covers the first 4 chapters. The exams, except for the final, are not comprehensive. So exam 1 is chapters 1 through 4. 2, as you see down in week 8, is 5 through 7. The third one is 8 through 10. And if you need the fourth one, it's 11 through 13. So keep in mind, if you did great on the first 3 exams, I'm going to leave it up to you if you want to do the fourth one, because you have to drop one. If you get 100 on the first 3, I'm just expecting you to click the button for the fourth one. Just take your 0 and run. That's my advice. Why do it if it's not worth any points, right? But you will need the 4th exam for your final. That's your first hint about the final. It's all multiple choice. So all the exams are multiple choice. I did not mention that. There's no true false. It's all multiple choice. People have tried to challenge me on the answers in the exams and they've lost every single time. So yes, I've not had one successful challenge. So, because then you're going to go, but it's semantics. It was the wording. And I'll be like, you're right. It was the wording. It probably should have been worded differently. I got it from the textbook. But I'm still not going to give you credit if you got it wrong. You're like, dang it, that was my difference between a 98 and 100. Why don't I just give you the 2 points later? Would that make you happy? Okay. So we can do something like that. If you need the 2 points later, I'll just give you the 2 points later. It's not a big deal. Oh yeah, that's another thing too on your projects. I swear to you, if you're missing a half of a point, I'm not gonna stand over your computer and help you get that half of a point. I'm just gonna say, just round it up. I'll give you the half point. That's fine. What if I do it 10 times? Okay, then I'll give you 10 half points. No big deal. So anyway, and yes, I will be helping Thursday for those when we get done with the lab session. If you like missed a whole bunch or something and you want my help, I'll come by and help after. Okay, so moving on. So the due dates. Please keep in mind that my due dates are suggestions, like some stop signs are suggestions. My due dates are suggestions. They are not hard and fast like you're gonna lose points. I never dock points for late work, ever, like ever. So that's the other thing in this class. The syllabus says I reserve the right to do that, but I don't actually do it. I have to put that in there. It's legal stuff. Okay, so again, you'll notice that the first exam is in week 5. The second exam is in week 8, and that's the week 8, that I'm gonna be sending out the individual research projects. And I am notorious for not sending those out on time. So if we get there and you still haven't received it, what are you gonna do? You're gonna simply do what? You're gonna ask me what? Come on, you're with it. I don't know, I'm gonna ask you a lot more questions than you're gonna ask me, so I hope you answer. So if I don't send it out, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Where's the project at?
Okay, that's exactly it. That's all you gotta do. That's it. Or by the way, Mr. Ross, you didn't send it out again. Again. So yes, I've done that several times before. Again, it will not take you long to complete that project, so try to just get stuff done within 2 weeks. That's my general rule. Just try to get things done within 2 weeks after we start it. If you can do that, it'll be great. All right, moving on. So, week 9, week 10, same thing. Chapter, lecture, lab, chapter, lecture, lab. Third exam, week 11, covering chapters 8 through 10. Then we get into weeks 12 and 13. Again, chapter on Tuesday, SimNet on Thursday for weeks 12 and 13. Week 14, which we will get to right now. I know it's on the next page. So here we go. Week 14, that will be my last, yes. The 19th will be my last lecture out of the Computing Essentials text. So November 19th, that will be my last one. Then it's all labs the rest of the way out. The only day that we're not going to be here for a holiday is the observance of Thanksgiving on the 28th. Outside of that, we're here for every single other session, which I am not used to. I'm used to always having some kind of like wrench with the holidays that gets thrown in there to mess up the whole schedule. But you will see that we have all labs the rest of the way out. The final 75 questions, multiple choice, that does cover the 13 chapters in the Computing Essentials text. And you will notice that, like in person, well, you know where it's actually going to be. I'm not going to hand you a piece of paper. You know where the final exam's going to be. It's going to be in here. So you're going to show up at 10 o'clock. I will read the rules of the final. I'm not giving you any hints here, other than 75 questions. Well, I'll give you some hints as we go on. I can't do it all today. Well, let's just say you should be out of here by 11 o'clock that morning. That's all I'm going to say. And by law, I have to tell you that the course ends Friday, December 13th. However, I will accept work all the way through Sunday, the 15th. So nothing in this class will shut down until roughly 11 o'clock p.m. on the 15th of December. Nothing will shut down. Everything will remain open. Once it opens, it doesn't close. So your chapter modules in Canvas will open. They will never close. And your SimNet work, the whole thing is open the whole semester. All the programs, all the applications, everything's open. All the work you see that you have due, it's all open. I've had people try to finish it before their trial ends, the courtesy access ends, and I've only had, I think, 2 out of 2,000 students get it done. So There are people that attempt it. And if you want to do that, okay, that's entirely up to you. All right, Canvas. Don't worry, my one person, I will help you with just kick back and relax. We're not doing any actual work today. Okay, so Canvas. Hopefully you are in Canvas. Hopefully you are there. Here it is. Thank you once again. You are meeting in the right place. We have a full room, so I'm pretty sure everybody that I expected to be here is here. That's good. All right, so here's Canvas. So you will only see, you shouldn't see anything that, like all this stuff that I have like all canceled out. On your end, you shouldn't see any of that. So here we go. So here's the home page. That's what it looks like. You can see the information here, start here, syllabus, instructor modules. Announcements. I made one announcement. Of course, I posted it like a while back. But I wanted to make sure that you understood that we were not meeting on the main campus, so I appreciate you once again for following that direction, however you got it. If it wasn't from me, that's fine. As long as it was from somebody, that's great. Okay, syllabus, here it is. I just showed you this. Here it all is here. I know you're wondering about all this extra credit. Don't you worry, I'll talk about that in a minute. Grades. Okay, so hold up. Why is all this? Oh, okay. So anyway, just to let you all know, I may as well do it now. So I don't have the link in the Getting Started module yet for the YouTube channel. I do have a YouTube channel as well where I'll be posting every one of these videos that we take in class. So right now I'm recording this. I'm going to move it to my flash drive, take it home, and then I will post it at home. So I'll try to post it within 24 hours. But we live stream. You do not need a username or password to access the live stream. We have 35 followers now. Once we get to 50, the 7 days goes to 14 days that it stays live and up on the site. So right now it's 7 days, it stays up on Twitch, and then it goes away. Then the video goes away. But if I get 15 more followers, we're gonna be at 50, and that gives us 14 days of coverage instead of 7. So to fix that problem, fix this problem, for the first time ever, I'm going to actually upload these to a YouTube channel. So there's my YouTube channel, youtube.com/ and that's an @ symbol, @Nick Rouse PCCIT. That's our, don't worry, I'll put it on Canvas. I'll put the link on Canvas so you don't have to worry about these things. The Twitch link is already up on Canvas. I'll show you that in a minute. But the content will be uploaded hopefully within 24 hours of each class session. I'm sure there's going to be a time where I just totally space it and don't put it up, and someone's going to go, Mr. Ross, did you forget to put that up there? And I'm going to be like, yes, I did. I'm sorry. So yes, I will be uploading these to the YouTube channel for the first time ever. One of my students said, you need a YouTube channel. And I'm like, I have a YouTube channel. But like for live streams, this won't let me, I've tried it, won't let me live stream to YouTube. So I have to do that recorded. All right. So here's how we're gonna go to grades next, so here we go. So there are 2 numbers. If you click on grades in Canvas, you can do this if you want. Click on grades in Canvas. You're gonna see 2 numbers in the upper right corner. The only number that you should care about is the first one out of those 2. You're going to probably see 0 points right now because you haven't earned any yet. But as we go through the course of the semester, that number is only going to go one way. It's only going to go up. It's not going to go down. But that's the only number you should care about as far as your grade is concerned. Because I've got people that go, well, it says I have 95%. Well, you've only earned 540 points out of 1,400. That's not 95%. That's an F. So, if that number does not say 1,260 points, bless you. If it does not say 1,260, you still have work to, bless you. You still have work to do. And yes, I know it's cold in here. I have to get used to it too, because I have to go from the hot to the cold, back to the hot again. We can change the temperature in here, just to let you know. We do have panels that actually work. But anyhow, that's how you check your grade. That's where you know how you stand. Oh, and one more thing I have to mention, your exams. So Canvas automatically drops your lowest score for your 4 exams that you have to take. So if you, let's say you take 2 exams, your low score is going to be dropped. It's actually not going to be factored into that number in the upper right corner. So until you take all 4 exams, then it will finally be accurate. Okay, so if you see a number that's like grayed out after you take 2 exams, don't freak out. You still get the points. They're just not up in your total up in the upper right corner. But they will get in there eventually. Okay. But that's how you check your grades. I had a dean a long time ago say, why are you sending them progress reports? You don't need to do that. Just teach them how to view their grade. Okay, there you go. That's how you do it. No, I'm not going to click on grades because all your names will show up. Okay, modules. Yeah, we're almost done for today. We're at the end of this. Yes, you're going to get out early. You can report me, that's fine. You can report me, it's fine. So anyway, I'm going to put the YouTube link right here in the Getting Started module with the Twitch link right here. So we got the Twitch link right there. I will put that underneath here. Okay. Oh, I did put out a really long video. So if for some reason you missed Thursday's class, which I really hope you're here Thursday, because well, to see that live is way different what we're doing Thursday than what you're going to see in this video that I have here. So I recorded a video a long time ago on what you're supposed to do in SimNet versus what you're not supposed to do. But now people are complaining that I keep mentioning Computing Essentials 2019 or something in there, and I'm like, there's no difference, people. So there really isn't. The chapters are all the same, everything's pretty much the same. Except for maybe the content's slightly different, but it's not much. If you need a remote computer for any reason, there is a virtual labs link over here on the left-hand side of your class. There's also some information on how to access it here for my Chromebook users. And my Mac users, if you, for some reason, are not here for the Microsoft Access portion of the projects and you have to get it done, you're going to either have to do it through a remote computer or you're going to have to find a Windows machine to take care of that, okay? I don't have too many students that need the remote computer access, but if you need it for any reason, the instructions and the video are all here for you. It's totally up to you if you want to read any of this garbage between Welcome to 105 and Frequently Asked Questions. You're welcome to if you want, but you don't have to waste your time doing that. I did say not to waste your time. Solution videos. So, although I am now going to post all of them to my own YouTube channel, so essentially when we do the projects on Thursdays, I am now taking those and putting them up to my YouTube channel. If you don't want to watch my YouTube channel, which is fine, Wayne Jensen has a beautiful YouTube site with all the projects already done if you need any of those videos. I tend to think I have more passion than he does, but whatever. So, hopefully you'll find that after my first week of lecturing in lab. I'm not like the others. You will find this out. Okay. Of course, my colleagues say I baby my students, but whatever. So anyway, because they're a lot tougher than I am, so it's okay. So you're going to see like some really old stuff like notes, presentation slides. These are from the book. So they're from an older edition of the book, but they're still the same, roughly the same slides and everything that I use. So if you want those are here. Ah, yes. I have to talk really quickly about the extra credit. So I used to make everybody get into teams and battle it out for the extra credit live in class. After a while, as I started getting older, so I was in my 20s when I first taught this class, and now I'm not. So now that I'm getting older, I realize that everybody should probably have an equal chance at the extra credit instead of making everybody fight it out in class. Because I would always have one group that would win every single time. Everybody else would just start giving up about halfway through the semester. So, there are 13 extra credit activities, one for every chapter. Here's my rule. There are going to be some tricky questions. There's going to be some questions that aren't in your book. It's going to be stuff that I randomly talk about that are in those questions. Okay? If you get one of those questions wrong, you get 0 points. But if you get everything right, you get 5. And if you get all 13, which I've had people do, that's 65 points. Now, You're lucky. You're here in the fall and not in the spring. Every fall, there is a food drive that our department does. Yes, there will be boxes and all of that. I will talk about the extra credit, more extra credit you can get from that as well. So we're talking like, we're up in, I think, the 80s of points now for extra credit. So if you do all your work, you get a decent portion of the extra credit, you should just take finals week off. You should just go. You're like, I'm not taking a 0 on the final. Well, then just do it from home and let me know when you're done. Okay. And then I already talked about the quizzes. I'm not saying anything more. Anyway, here are all the chapters. Notice I put all the exams in the modules too. So the exams are here as well, all in order. Individual research project, here it is. So all of this is in modules, everybody. So when in doubt, whenever you're in doubt, it's always in modules, okay? If you want to know what we're doing, go to modules. These are all locked right now so that you can't go way ahead. So they will unlock, but again, when they unlock, they're unlocked forever. They're not going to be locked, okay? So when something unlocks, it unlocks. I do not close things. I've heard of 105 instructors closing things, and that drives me crazy. It drives me absolutely up the wall. Because I'm like, why would you do that to people? That's mean. I've actually taken classes in the program that I'm in where they say, if you don't get it done by X date, we're shutting it down. And they do. I'm like, whoa, okay. I can't be one day late with something, ouch. So anyway, don't you tell your other instructors about me either, because then you're gonna spoil it. You're gonna spoil it, and then they're gonna get mad at administration, they're gonna take me to administration, I'm not gonna be able to do this anymore. So, just please keep it to yourselves. If you enjoy it at the end, then go to ratemyprofessors.com or something if you haven't already. I did not write all those myself, I promise. And then the final exam is gonna be here as well. Okay, Thursday. I guess I'm pretty much done. Hold on, don't run out of here quite yet. You will be able to in a minute. One last couple of notes. The other links over here on the left-hand side, do not click this until Thursday. That's the McGraw-Hill SimNet piece. We will do that Thursday, unless you've already bought the text. But I think I kind of want to make you wait until Thursday. So yeah, you don't have to do it now, but just bring the card. Just bring that card. That card is like number 1. So if you bought it at the bookstore, that card that I showed is number 1. That's all you need for Thursday. Do not bring the massive spiral bound book. Don't hurt yourselves. At some point, you're just gonna be like, I'm just walking into class. I don't gotta take anything in here. I'm just gonna come on in and do my thing and go. But anyway, the steps for success are over here as well if you need them. The virtual labs, so this is the link to all those virtual computers. There's a bunch of different sites on campus with virtual computers. You're welcome to check that out. You don't really need to, but I just have it there in case somebody needs it. Again, I will create the YouTube link and put it in the Getting Started module. Do I have anything else to say? Phoenix College ID, I hope you know where the Handling Center building is. 105 tutors. In the event that you absolutely need a tutor, there are 2 options. You can go to the business building, B301, MedHat's been the tutor since like 1973. No, I'm kidding. He's been a tutor for a long time now. He knows who I am. Yes, if you see him and you're like, hey, I'm in Nick Rouse's class, he'll know who you're talking about. And then the Computing Commons, lower level of the library, again, a good place to go. They got tutoring for all kinds of stuff down there. But mostly, I haven't really had anybody in here need a tutor for many years. So, as you know, you should be asking me your questions, right? It's not like I'm doing a whole lot this semester, so I'll be available. You can ask me questions anytime you want. Oh, yeah. Well, I was gonna say, everybody in here got into the computers, which means that your password obviously works, so I wouldn't worry about this right now. Okay, so to log off, let me show you. You can all do this now. We are finished with today's session. Oh, people online. People online. People online. You were great. You were great. I hope that didn't go all the way into my mouth there. Sorry. You were great. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on Thursday.